Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta. Onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na n'ụtụtụ na-eja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise, ise, ise.
In Biafra land, when you know that the foundation, 90% plus of Biafrans are Christians, how in your right sense you think you can just wake up one morning and all of them will change and begin to follow a different direction? What we are asking is that we are fighting against those individuals who are manipulating our people, who have refused to fight for the people who are paying their bills. They have refused to speak up for us. We are calling for a seat at home in their churches on Sunday, and we will continue to call for that seat at home. We will continue to call for that seat at home until they make the issue of Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu their major preaching on their churches, including those of them that have satellite stations, until they begin to broadcast about it on their own, because their video on their satellite stations must carry their message in their church. Until they refer to that, we will continue to call for a seat at home on Sunday and on Monday. Civil disobedience, it is the greatest weapon that we have had, and it has been working magic. You can see already many pastors are joining the queue and they are speaking up for the people. They are already speaking up. That is the right way to go. That is the right way to go. If you are fighting for Biafra, always remember that your first religion is Biafra. As a Biafran, Nnamdi Kanu say it time and again in his broadcast that Biafra is our religion. You can't change it. It doesn't matter how you try. You cannot change it. Biafra is our religion. Biafra being our major religion, every other person is entitled to have their religion where they will go and practice their faith. If you want to go and practice your faith as a traditional person, it's up to you. You want to go and practice your faith as a Christian, it's up to you. As a Judaism, you want to up to you. You want to go and practice even as a Muslim, it's up to you. But you must not distract people. You must not press our people down to begin to confuse them about what matters. And those individuals who are manipulating our people are the people we are standing against. Those individuals who are manipulators, they are in all religion. The manipulators are in all the, just like we have all these criminal politicians. Criminal politicians are from all angles, from all tribes. They are everywhere. So when you are fighting, focus on them and attack them directly. When we are calling for sit at home, it is not an attack against Christianity. It's an attack to rescue Christianity. Rescue people, those of our brethren who are Christian, to rescue them from captivity. To let them know that you have the right to defend yourself. You have the right to speak up. If you do not speak up, God has given you the voice. Most of those GOs and those pastors, God has given them those platforms for a day like this. God gave them that platform for a day like this, including the southern part of Nigeria, what we are suffering today. You see the mega churches like the Redeemed Church and what you call the Redeemed Church and the Winners. These mega churches, they are supposed to make the plight of the people their major message in their church, but they don't do it. In most of their churches, the highest majority you can see in their churches are all Biafran people. Go and check their churches, Redeem and all those mega churches. The highest population you can get there, 80% of each of their churches are men, people of Biafra land. But Biafrans are suffering. They don't care. They don't speak about it. Those are the people we want to make sure that they begin to speak about our plight by calling the sit at home and do your prayer. It is not against Christianity. It is, in fact, a fight to rescue Christianity. And I want to give you more proof to tell you that they are hearing us. They are waking up, and the tide is changing. If you are preaching, preach more. I said it in 2022. Anything you are doing, intensify. If you are praying, pray more. If you are preaching, preach more. If you are speaking, speak more. If you are broadcasting, broadcast more. If you are talk more. If you are indulging in civil disobedience, engage in it more. Sunday must have been added. Sunday, Monday, and every other day. And again, remember the economic sanction against them. Let the church take over the message. Let them continue. We will continue to preach on our platforms on social media, but on the ground, we will force them to begin to say what they're supposed to say. That is exactly what we are calling for the sit at home on Sunday. It is not a fight against Christianity. I myself, I'm a Christian, but my Christianity doesn't make me foolish. I know that God has given me that voice to speak up. I know that God has given me that opportunity to fight for my people and make sure that I take my freedom by myself and fight for my unborn children. I don't have to kneel down and begin to pray for it. God have done it already. By giving me a man like Nnamdi Kanu, God have done it for us by giving all of us someone like Nnamdi Kanu who came and laid a strong foundation based on truth and consistency. That is the greatest structure you can think of on the planet Earth. When it comes to the structure you have to follow in Biafra struggle, the structure is truthfulness and consistency. Anything that anybody is talking not based on that, forget him. He's a deceiver. He's a deceiver. So when we call for this stand-up, we know what we are doing. And I want to show you another portion to let you know that what we are calling, they are hearing. And some of them are beginning to change and speak the right language.
There is a very nasty, dangerous, horrible bloodshed coming. You see this Nnamdi Kanu you are keeping. You better release him now. Release him, let him go. It's better for you to release him. Let them say what they are saying, and it will not bring that battle that keeping him there. Some warriors are coming. They will just ring a bell. Even people who are not part of them will also come out. But my prayer is, the reason why God said you should pray so that you not battle, and during the course of trying to do this thing, you might end up losing the man. That is my problem. Because they will say, You know now, is fight me, I fight you. Okay, if the man is not alive, who will now stand for you people? And God told me, if the man go to get another person like Nnamdi Kanu, he will take not just time. So what are we going to do? The bloodshed is ready. Because today is what? 19. How many days do you have left? One, don't come out. So it's no longer 12. 12 days fasting and prayer inside this month. Not outside this month. One day, don't come out. God did not say only me should do it. God said, talk to them. If they can invite you, it should be good. But even though they cannot invite you, but let them hack into my web and gather with their flag, with all of them, 12 days fasting and prayer. I bet you the whole environment will shake. The lawyers will not even do, they will just release him. It was just church that gathered and prayed for Peter. Abi? What happened to Peter? An angel went to the prison and released him. What about Paul and Silas? Shebi, the war said they were fighting against them. So what your brother, our brother Nnamdi is doing, it looks as if he's fighting against the war or against Nigeria. It's just like Paul and Silas preaching the gospel, the truth that will save humankind. That other people say it's not good. A new doctrine will always bring something that will fight another person's doctrine. My advice for Nigeria now, not the Biafra now, because the Biafrans are escaping what God has said. But now it will be bloody now. But this bloody now, it will be against Nigeria. It will be against who? Yes. And I told you how the end will come. I told you the end will now become the Nigerian what? Military. So this is what is drawing closer. Because there is a confusion in the realm of the spirit. The person that God has chosen to rule the country, the people did not want. So what do you think God will do? There is a battleground now, you fight. Anybody that wins takes the ground. Your sacrifice, if your sacrifice is more than my own, take the ground. That was how the first leadership after the World War, the other battle. That was how leadership was elected. After so much blood, this is worst one coming. This is what? Worst one coming.
You have heard it. I played these videos. I played these videos to keep you awake and let you know why we are calling for sit at home on Sunday. We want them to begin to speak. I have played certain videos. You see pastors and reverend who command crowd. I'm not concentrating on the prophecy, whatever prophecy they're giving. I'm not focusing on the prophecy. I am focusing on them speaking about the issue of Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. That is very important. Some of you will say they are looking for members. Some of them are saying they're looking for attention. Even if they are looking for members or looking for attention, let them begin to talk about Nnamdi Kanu. Let them continue to speak about Nnamdi Kanu. Let them continue to speak about the issue of Biafra. The world is watching. The Janjaweed are watching. It is this thing that will change the narrative, that will make them to know that the whole southeastern region are with Nnamdi Kanu. So don't get yourself busy. Some people get worked up. They say, I don't believe in all those prophecies. I am not showing you the message. I'm not showing you that very clip because of the prophecy. I am showing you that script because we want every one of them, either real, either they are saying it from their own heart or saying it from their own mouth. Either they are saying it because they want members or not. What we want is for every church in Biafra land to begin to ask for freedom of Biafran people and the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu. That is what we want them to do. That is why we are calling for a sit at home on Sunday. And we will continue to call until every single church in Biafra land continue to make that as a point of duty to preach Nnamdi Kanu on their pulpits. Preach the freedom of Biafra and freedom of Nnamdi Kanu on their pulpits. They control the crowd. There's no doubt. When you talk of people who are on the ground, the world is watching most of their program, watching most of those churches, watching what they're doing. And when they speak about the issue of Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu, the world is watching. Even Janjaweed will be watching, knowing fully where the crowd they command. And each time they talk about it, people are converted. People are also strengthened to continue to follow up and call for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. This is why we are calling for a sit at home on Sunday. It is not to demonize anybody. It is not to fight against anybody. Because you and I know that civil disobedience is the only thing that is going to release Nnamdi Kanu. Nothing else. Not the doctors, not the lawyers, not the Janjaweed, not Buhari. What will release Nnamdi Kanu from the clutches of the Nigerian Janjaweed government is civil disobedience. It is not because I'm saying it. The Attorney General of the Federation has said it. Buhari himself said it. The Northern Forum said it. That it is only when they have weighed the situation, when they check the response of the people, your response and my response, that is when they are going to weigh it and check and balance and see if Nnamdi Kanu will get political solution or not. They agreed that political solution is possible, but political solution cannot fall from heaven. Political solution cannot just come because people said it. Political solution cannot come because Muhammad Buhari promised you political solution. It will only take effect when they have checked and see the balance and the reaction of the people. It is your reaction. The reaction of Biafran people is what is going to activate political solution. That is why we are calling for a massive civil disobedience in Biafra land. Thank God today, there is a sit at home in Biafra land. Biafra land is having a sit at home today, being Monday. Biafra land have a sit at home. I saw some videos. There are some videos. People are sitting at home. And I want it to increase until Nnamdi Kanu goes to court on the 18th, 19th, and 20th. You know that his court date is very close. Before Nnamdi Kanu, even if it is possible, if we can continue to stretch the sit at home to more days until Nnamdi Kanu goes to court, that is the best thing to do. Don't wait until the day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will go to court. If you're waiting until the day he will go to court, that day he will go to court. You're sitting at home is for yourself. It's not for him. It won't have any effect. The major seat at home that is going to activate what we are looking for, those who are asking for a political solution, is that one you will do now. To put the politicians in South Nigeria on a hot seat. Let the whole churches begin to talk about it. Let the whole masses begin to talk about it, about the seat at home. Talk about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Talk about Biafra struggle. Let everywhere be on fire. Let the situation be so hot. They want to sweep the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under the carpet. Are you going to allow it? I will not allow it. Not on my platform. I will continue to speak. Even if it's only one person listening. Even as they are suppressing my page, you can see they are suppressing the page. Our people are going down. You think that people are watching. They are suppressing and kicking people out. It will not stop us from preaching the gospel. Even if it is only one person that is watching me and listening, I will continue to preach this message. That one person will share the video to the next person. The next person will share to the next person. The next person will share to the... If luckily the person has a platform or you have a WhatsApp group, when you share it to a WhatsApp group, your members will also share to other people. We will continue to preach this message until Biafra come. And even after Biafra have come, we will continue to preach the message. You see why we are calling for a seat at home, for civil disobedience. Civil disobedience is the only weapon, is the only weapon that is going to activate the political solution. And why you have to embark a civil there? Because there is no hope anywhere. The politicians in the southeastern part of Nigeria have already sold their soul to the enemy. Share this video to all platforms. They have sold their soul to the enemy. They have sold their soul to the devil. And they are not standing for the people. They are not standing with you. They are not standing for me. And they are not speaking for me. Including the so-called Ohaneze Ndohi. The Ohaneze Ndohi, they are on their own. They are not speaking for me. Neither are they speaking for you. They are busy planning how to fix themselves in 2023. They are busy planning how to fix themselves as vice president. Not even the president. They are busy planning how to secure a business for their family. They are busy planning how to secure a business for their own family in the year coming. It is sad. It is sad. They are busy planning how to secure a business for themselves. How to secure appointment or contract for themselves. That is what they are planning as you're watching me. It is very sad. And how long shall we continue on this path? How long shall we continue to listen to this evil? How long shall we continue to wait and listen to this manipulation? We cannot continue. We have to continue to fight for our people and make sure that we redeem ourselves. And to show you the criminality of the so-called Ohaneze Ndigbo, I am going to play the interview that was granted to their leader, George Obiozor. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was telling you that George Obiozor was planted by the Janjaweed, some of you thought it was a lie. Some of you thought it was ranted. Every single position you see in Biafra land, those people are being planted by the Janjaweed. They are being put in position by the Janjaweed. They are put in position by the Janjaweed. Every single soul you see there, they are put in position by the Janjaweed. So when we begin to talk about the issue, people thought we were joking. We are just ranting. I'm going to play a video for you to show you the response of George Obiozor in Arise Television when he was being interviewed. This is somebody who claimed to be a professor, who supposedly is supposed to stand and fight for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is supposed to be campaigning for the days of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I am going to play a video. Listen to him carefully from beginning to end. Watch closely. Listen to the response of George Obiozor, somebody who is the leader of Ohaneze Ndigbo, who claimed to be representing Igbo people. I want you to hear what he had to say on a national television. Watch.
Of resources. According to President Buhari, those clamoring for restructuring and threatening secession were making noise to get better deals. We're joining us from Owerri to discuss the president's unyielding opposition to restructuring and how Nigerians can remedy this by choosing a successor in 2023 that's more in tune with the yearnings of the people is Professor George Obiozor, President General of the Igbo Socio-Cultural Group, Ohaneze Ndigbo, and former Nigerian ambassador to the United States of America and other countries. Okay, there was that other issue about state policing and Nnamdi Kanu.
The Nnamdi Kanu issue, the president said is in court, and you cannot fault that one. If he says he cannot interfere in the judiciary, we have a division of labor. We have the system at the federal level where judiciary is as independent as others. So he is definitely right in thinking that the judicial process, which is already on, is there. But we are, as Hebrews, asking for something different from the judiciary government. Some of us are asking for him to consider Nnamdi Kanu with some prerogative of mercy, which is his own prerogative as a president. You know what I mean? And also the idea of treating him well with mercy and the son, whom and as the son and the citizen, just considerate thing, considerate issue, considerate compassion, from the president. Not we're not talking about the judiciary. In fact, by taking the judiciary route, then he is taking both the right route logically, but then away from what we are appealing. We're appealing for the prerogative of mercy, some form of amnesty, for the young man. In fact, I have come to a conclusion, and I made it clear before. No amount of all these side militancy, revolutionaries, and that is a threat to the Nigerian unity, because none of them is capable of defeating Nigeria, whatever name you call it. If Nigeria can stand the Boko Haram, then what else is another greater threat than what we saw in the northeast and overcame it? So the other crises we are facing today will take the same course. They will pass. They will be contained. Nigeria is like an Iroko. The tree stands firm and strong. What is shaking?
Did you hear somebody who is supposed to be your representative? Somebody who is supposed to represent Igbo people. He is telling you that Muhammadu Buhari is right in everything he's doing. When he comes in the issue of the law court, Muhammadu Buhari himself, he is now telling us that Muhammadu Buhari is going to surpass us no matter whatever we do on Biafra struggle. George Obiozo is telling you that everything that we are doing, the Biafra struggle that we are struggling today, fighting, that after fighting, just last month, as Buhari have said, Buhari said Nigerians are noise maker. After making noise, they will go back and do what they want. They have to do. That is what the same thing Buhari said is the same thing George Obiozo is saying to the Biafra people. Giving example to Boko Haram, that Boko Haram have been fighting Nigeria, they didn't succeed. That is it the Biafra people that will succeed. He went further to call Nigeria an Iroko trip. This is somebody who is supposed to be representing the Biafra people, the Igbo Biafrans. This is somebody who is supposed to be representing for Igbo Biafra. He is coming to tell you that that Nigeria is an Iroko tree, that you cannot overcome Nigeria. It doesn't matter how you try. Trying to compare his own people with Boko Haram. That Boko Haram have been fighting for long. Have they gotten their independence? Is it we that are now fighting that will get our independence? That is exactly what George Obiozo, somebody who is supposed to represent the indigenous people of Biafra, somebody who is supposed to represent the Igbo Biafrans, this is what he's saying. When Nnamdi Kanu told you that it is the Janjaweed that put this man in position, you think it's a joke. Now you are seeing him speak. They are holding Nnamdi Kanu. The only defense he can put is that Buhari is right when he said that he will not do anything, that the judgment will take its course. When he knows very well there is no justice in Nigeria, he knows that there is no justice in Nigeria. And he's going further to tell you that Nigeria is an Iroko tree, that it doesn't matter what you do, that we cannot overcome Nigeria. This is somebody who is supposed to be representing the Igbo Biafrans. Look at the kind of thing he's saying. George Obiozo. And these are the people who are promising you political solution. These are the people who are promising you the political solution that you're hoping on. May God have, may Chukwu Kabema have mercy on all of you. Those of you who still believe on that political solution. The earlier we begin to protest and do that which we are supposed to do, the better for us. Watch again, another version of that has been.
Prof, I was going to bring up this issue about IPOB, Indigenous Peoples of Biafra, the organization. Now, IPOB has said the Nigerian national anthem should no longer feature in any school in the entire Southeast. IPOB has also said that goods coming from the north, particularly cattle, should not show up in the Southeast. Now, what is the position of Ohaneze Ndigbo on this, particularly in the light of the fact that the coalition of northern groups have also said they must not see any Igbo goods or services in any part of northern Nigeria, and that no northerner should support any politician from the southeast or any political party that features southeast interests. What is Ohaneze Ndigbo saying to all of this?
Take it from me. Take it from me, and it is the right statement. IPOB doesn't speak for Igbos. And to be very candid with you, the IPOB's anger is an accumulated anger based on perceived or real injustice against Igbo for so long. We understand their anger and the anger of many youths across the country. However, the truth of the matter is that they're not mandated to speak for Igbo. And the northern group that are making the statement is unfortunate because we don't respond when their youths in a youthful experience make certain comments like they did before, that all Igbos must leave the north. In fact, the idea that some responsible people in the north, like the organization you mentioned, can take the position they have, means it is predetermined. So, for me and for Ndigbo, the statement had been made a long time ago that Ndigbo are not at war with Nigeria, Ndigbo are not separatists, Ndigbo are not secessionists, Ndigbo are Nigerian nation builders. Wherever you are across this country, look out, you will see the Igbo man struggling with the rest of fellow Nigerians to build a nation. So, this is what counts. What Igbos are talking about is not about cattle, eating beef or not eating beef, who visits us or who does not visit us. Well, we have more serious things to discuss. This is another point that we should be clearly state to the public to know that in all sincerity, Igbos do not speak like IPOB. IPOB is an organization of young men whose leader is facing some major problem, and if they speak, it is erroneous to think that they speak for Igbo. I hope you get the point.
Yes, sir.
There are people who think and believe that because occasionally, like when they began a city.
You see somebody who is representing, who claim to be representing the Igbo people. I want you to go and watch the full interview. If you have time, go and watch the full interview. I have the full interview on my platform and on YouTube. Chook Survival on YouTube. Go to Chook Survival on YouTube. You will see the full interview. Watch the full interview. You will be ashamed of yourself. If you are an Igbo Biafran, after watching the full interview, you will be ashamed of yourself. Why such kind of a person will claim to be representing the Biafran people? Why such kind of a person will be claiming to represent the Igbo Biafrans? This is a man who claimed to be a professor. Look at how he's dancing with words because of his lies and criminality. Because of his lies and criminality, he's dancing between tenses. Somebody who claimed to be a professor, he claimed to be representing the Igbo Biafrans, telling us that IPOB is not speaking for people. Who is he speaking for? He himself. Who is he speaking for? Who is he speaking for? Who knows him? In Igbo Biafran land, who knows him in southeastern part of Nigeria, of Igbo Biafran region? Who knows that of George Obioso? He's talking down on Biafra people. Up to the extent of comparing us with the terrorists. This is what they continue to do. You see why you have to save yourself. The political sects, including the Honezenibo, have been hijacked by the Janjaweed. They have been hijacked. This is why we are calling for a massive civil disobedience. The only man that can fight for you and I is Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu have laid a strong foundation, and he continues to hold on that foundation. We will not allow them to continue to hold Nnamdi Kanu. That is why you have to embark on a massive civil disobedience to release Nnamdi Kanu by force. That is why we are embarking on that massive civil. Sit at home on Sunday, sit at home on Monday, and embark on economic sanction in Biafra land. Stop paying your revenue to any organization in Biafra land. Government organizations, local government, state government, and federal government in Biafra land. Stop giving your money to them. Each time you pay to them, you are empowering them to come and kill you. That is what it means. Share the video to our platform. Tell people each time you show and each time you give your money, you are actually empowering them. And we cannot continue on that part. We cannot control that part. We will force them to release Nnamdi Kanu, whether they like it or not. Nnamdi Kanu must be released unconditionally. He must be released. It doesn't matter how they try. It doesn't matter how they bring the attack. It doesn't matter their propaganda. As they are trying to sweep the issue of Nnamdi under carpet, we will try to put it on top. You know that this year, you know what this year is? This is a year of campaign for them for the election. There will be no campaign. The campaign that you will see, even on social media, has to be the campaign of Nnamdi Kanu. Whatever media you're using, use your social media handle. Use your social media handle to promote Nnamdi Kanu release. If you don't know what to write, bring Nnamdi Kanu's picture and write free Nnamdi Kanu. Post it on daily basis. Continue to post it every day. Post free Nnamdi Kanu. That is the way to go. Let everywhere be hot. People who are on ground continue to sit at home Sunday and Monday and every other day. They'll be added. We have to start now, not tomorrow. Don't wait until the day Nnamdi will go to court. Start now. It is we that will make the difference. Don't lose focus. Sitting at home on Sunday is not a fight against Christianity. It is not a fight against Christianity. And nobody who cares about Biafran people is fighting against religion. We are not fighting against any religion. We are fighting against the evil men in the religion. Those evil men who are stopping our people from fighting for what is there, for defending themselves. They are the people we are talking against, not the religion itself. The people who have hijacked the religion for their own selfish interests, those are the people we are fighting against. You have to wake up. Wake up from your slumber and stop sleeping. Before I end this broadcast, I am going to play a message from Asula Nnamdi Kanu to remind you of our focus, where you have to focus. I have to play this message from Asula Nnamdi Kanu directly, his word. For me, the word of Nnamdi Kanu is like food and milk. I listen to his messages, old messages. I listen to them every single day. There is no day that passed that I not listen to a broadcast of Nnamdi Kanu. No single day that passed by that I do not listen to old broadcasts of Nnamdi Kanu, because there is always a secret in all his broadcasts. Every single broadcast that Nnamdi Kanu has made in the past, there is always an answer to the things that are happening today. The answers are there. Every question you are asking, the answers are already made in broadcasts of Nnamdi Kanu. Go back and begin to research the broadcasts of Nnamdi Kanu. Try and play. At least, let me tell you, the broadcast of Nnamdi Kanu is an episode. It is like a gospel, just like it's a gospel. There are people who are going to tap from that gospel to use it for their own selfish interest. Just like people are tapping into the quotation of the Bible. You see people using Bible to deceive people. Telling lies. Even while they are telling lies, they are using Bible to back themselves up. When you and I know that the intent of the Bible, the intention of the Bible is to make corrections and make people live a straight life. But you see people who are living an evil life, using Bible to back themselves up. Some people in Biafra struggle today are using the message of Nnamdi Kanu to back up their evil act. Nnamdi Kanu made every broadcast he made with good intent to wake us up and tell us what is about to happen, to direct us and let us follow the truth. He said it time and time again, follow the truth. It doesn't matter where you lead you to. But today you will see some people using the message of Nnamdi Kanu to push their evil agenda. I told you in 2022, propaganda will increase. Deceit will increase, lies will increase, but you have to be mentally sound for you to survive 2022. Let us listen to the message of Nnamdi Kanu before we close this broadcast. Watch and listen carefully.
Fulani Janjaweed can overwhelm us is by dividing us. If you are an agent of Fulani caliphate, if you have come to do the bidding of Fulani Janjaweed in our land, I am asking you this very evening to retrace your steps. Because again, starting from this very day, anywhere Biafrans are killed, any governor, any police commissioner who tolerates the massacre of innocent people will pay very dearly for it. Will pay very, very dearly for it. Do not underestimate our resolve. Because this evening, first of all, I speak as a human being who is possessed of a compatriot spirit and empathy with the suffering of human beings everywhere, especially in the zoo that Britain created called Nigeria. Second, I speak as a witness to the suffering of Biafrans at the hands of their so-called fellow citizens in the zoo called Nigeria. And what we want to make abundantly clear is that we are warning everybody who is a stakeholder in the zoo about our determination and our resolve to ensure that our land is defended. This is a resolution we have reached, and it is cast in stone.
Did you hear it? I don't have anything more to say. Our Supreme Nnamdi Kanu have said it. Our resolution to defend Biafra land by all means possible. That is what we have resolved to do. And that is what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. That is why Nnamdi Kanu can never ever deny Biafra. He said it. He would never ever give up Biafra. Remember, he said, it is you and I that will betray him. He will never betray us. Make sure that you are not one of those who is betraying Nnamdi Kanu. And if you are one of those who is betraying Nnamdi Kanu, there is still time for you to change. Because in 2022, if you do not change your evil ways, 2022 will end you up. 2022 will see your end. If you do not change, if you're one of those who are still speaking against Nnamdi Kanu and what he stands for, who is fighting against Biafra, if you are one of those who is selling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if you don't repent, 2022 is going to see your end. You have had Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our main resolve is to defend our land, and no inch of Biafra land will be ceded to the Janjaweed. It doesn't matter how they try. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every single person that have watched this video from the beginning to the end. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every hand that have shared this video. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect you. Everybody who is in Biafra land watching me today and people who will watch in future, you will be protected. No weapon formed or fashioned against you shall prosper. You will not lose your life. You will walk into Biafra alive. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Oduduwa person that is sincerely fighting for their people. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Middle Beltan that is sincerely fighting for their people. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect everybody, every indigenous tribe that is sincerely fighting for the freedom of their own people. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every Biafran all over the world, wherever they may be. Mainly those of them who are in Biafra land, those of us who are in Biafra land. Chukwu Okike Abiama will protect us. No evil formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. We will never lose our life. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect Sunday Igboho. Secure him wherever he is and bring him back so that he will continue to fight for the struggle. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every hand that have shared this video, everybody that will watch this video now and the people who will watch in future, everybody who has contributed in one way or the other in this broadcast. Chukwu Okike Abiama will protect you. You will see the end of 2022. 2022 will not see your end. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has paid every sacrifice for you and I to be free. Wherever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is today, Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to protect him. Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to secure him. Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more revelations until Biafra comes. Chukwu Okike Abiama will continue to secure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Whatever poison that is injected into him, Chukwu Okike Abiama will use the spiritual doctors to neutralize it. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. We must continue until Biafra comes. We cannot stop. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra will come. Thank you so much for watching wherever you are watching from. And remember, see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama.